Hi, it's Devorah from Genesis Therapy and Coaching. Happy Monday. How are you today? I am so excited today to talk to you about doing things that scare you. If you are listening to that and you want to run away as soon as you hear me say that, stick around a little bit because you might be surprised with something that you can find inside. I want to begin by telling you a story. When I was doing my advanced hypnotherapy training with the Wellness Institute, we had the opportunity to do a fire walk. You know, that's one of those things where the fire is tended and you put the rocks and the logs on it, and then you let the hot coals spread out onto the ground, and you have the opportunity to walk over the hot coals. Now, there were 18 of us in our group, and our trainers were very clear. They said it is not required to walk over these hot coals. However, we're going to have you to the beat of a drum for quite a long time. It was probably 30 to 40 minutes. We're going to have you do a trance walk around the fire. And as you walk and hear and feel the beat of the drum, we're going to ask you to listen to that voice inside, whether you're guided to walk or not. So it wasn't about walking. It was about paying attention inside, where there was desire, where there was curiosity, where there was fear, where there was terror, whether there was openness or excitement, where there was challenge. And I was really surprised as I walked. I was pretty sure when I started that my ego was really guiding me to say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this fire walk. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, the fear started to come up. And the voice was saying inside, what are you, crazy? You're not going to walk over those hot coals. You're going to burn the bottoms of your feet. Then 5 or 10 minutes later, hi Rachel. Then 5 or 10 minutes later, I was considering again walking over the fire coals, the hot coals. And I was listening. It wasn't an ego. It wasn't overcoming fear. There was something that happened as I went deep into the trance that made me feel like I was protected and guided. And the thought and the feeling was that it was going to be okay. And what was so amazing about this fire walk was that 16 out of 18 of us decided to walk over the coals. And this is a true story. Not one of us burned the bottom of our feet. And I kept looking at the bottoms of my feet. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome. I kept looking after walking over the hot coals at the bottoms of my feet with complete disbelief. How is it possible that I had walked over hot coals and hadn't burned the bottoms of my feet? I, to this day, cannot explain it other than that I went past the ego, that I went past the fear, and that I listened to that small voice inside of me that just guided me to go. It was beyond that ego voice. It was beyond that fear voice. It was beyond the tension in the body or the openness. I can do this. I can overcome this. I'm going to prove myself. It was beyond that. And what was so wonderful was that we were invited to listen to our true voice. We were told that walking or not walking was fine. We just needed to listen to what was right for us. And that we had enough time with the walking around the fire in that trance with the beat of the drum to really find out where our true voice was. And so, yes, I walked over hot coals. This was a true thing that I did. And why it was so powerful for me that I did this was that, hi Mark, welcome. And why it was so powerful for me that I did this was not that I walked, but that I got beyond the voice of the ego or the fear. And so what I invite you to consider is, what is facing you, or what are you facing today that feels scary? And what might it mean for you to get beyond the normal impulses, either the ego or the fear or whatever else bubbles up inside of you, to make a decision to do something that scares you? And look, if we never do anything that scares us, how are we ever going to grow? How are we ever going to find out what our limits are? How are we ever going to find out that our limits are much, much wider than what we actually think or believe? So I invite you today, It might be making a phone call. It might be a conversation. It might be something in a workout. It might be sitting down for a 5-minute silent meditation. I really doubt that you'll have the opportunity to do a fire walk today, but if you are blessed enough to be on sacred land and in a fire circle and you can walk on the coals, whether it's today or another day or another month, I invite you to listen to your voice about how you are guided. And if we just listen to the voice of ego or the voice of fear, then we're not really going to find that place that's guiding us really beyond where our limits are. And, think about ways that you're different today than you were a year ago. Where and how were you in January 2017? I know that I am different, primarily because of doing the things that scare me and moving past those limits. And just the fact that I'm even talking to you on this screen today is moving past a limit, because a year ago, I had never done a Facebook Live. I had never done anything in my online business, although I wanted to for a long time. And I was scared for a long time to put myself out there in this way. So even right now, there's a little bit of nervousness, but it's not the fear that I had in the past. So I beg of you, I encourage you, do what scares you. Maybe just what scares you a little bit. And I'm here to help. This is what I do in my spiritual coaching, in the life and soul coaching that I do in my business, in my practice. I help you get past, first to identify where those beliefs are and where those limits are, and to get past that so that you can thrive and grow and really fulfill your life's purpose and what you're wanting most. So make a comment. Please let me know, what is something that scares you that you have been avoiding, or something that you did that did scare you and that perhaps you moved past that limit. That's where we grow. And what I want for you more than anything else is to grow, because you are an evolving person, and who you are today is only a fraction of who you will be tomorrow or in 10 years. So blessings to you. Thank you for listening. If you're watching on the replay, I appreciate your being there. If there's anything of interest or value, or you want to say hello, please send me a heart or a like and share this. This is how we spread the good word. We always want anything that moves us or interests us. We want the opportunity to share it with others so that we can all grow. And we need that more than ever these days to expand ourselves in positive ways. So I'm signing off from you today, and I look forward to hearing from you and hearing your comments about what scares you and what you've moved beyond. Talk to you very soon. So long for now.